The Honorable Shah Hilin, Deputy Secretary General of the Shanghai Municipal People's Government and Chairman of the Shanghai Municipality Commission of Commerce. His Excellency Liu Zhangzhao, Ambassador of China to the Philippines, Secretary Greg Domingo, Secretaries Albert Del Rosario, Manuel Rojas, Cesar Purisima, Rogelio Singson, Voltaire Gasmin, Rene Almendras, and Edwin Lacerda, and Domingo Lee. Charles Jose, our Consul General in Shanghai, Mr. Alex Chua, Charge d'Affaires, members of the Philippine Business Delegation, delegates of the Philippine Eastern China Business Forum, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant good morning to each and everyone. Before there was the People's Republic of China or the Republic of the Philippines, there were the Chinese and the Filipino people. Our ties go back centuries, people, to an extent that can literally be seen and touched. There is a kind of granite we call piedra china, which was used in centuries past as the ballast for junks and galleons that traded between your shores and ours. These junks and galleons braved rough weather and rough seas in search of prosperity. The ballast would be left in our ports, eventually becoming paving stones, part of our infrastructure. And today, these stones are highly prized in fashionable homes. You left not only these stones, but also your commercial goods, your culture, and your cuisine in our country. Many Filipinos also have Chinese ancestry, so that there is not a city in the Philippines where you will fail to find a trader, a businessman, or some other pillar of the community of Chinese descent. Like the sampans, junks, and galleons of long ago, Filipinos and Chinese have weathered the storms of history. Dr. Sun Yat-sen was a friend of Filipino revolutionaries, and this friendship has grown into the sovereign recognition our republics have extended to each other since 1975. Since then, our ties have been strong and solid, and thus enduring. It is up to us now to increase our mutual understanding, to unleash the great potential for partnerships between your good selves and us. I would therefore like to explain the why and the how behind the path we have committed to achieve our vision for the Philippines. Our vision is of a nation of renewed vitality which embraces competition and thereby spurs growth. When I speak of growth, I mean the kind that is inclusive and equitable. That many of my countrymen still remain mired in poverty is no secret, and neither is my government strategy to raise them from such a situation. As I said in my campaign for the presidency, kung walang korap, walang mahirap. May you tan uju may yao chong kun. An end to corruption means an end to poverty. Ending corruption means ending transactions made for the benefit of those in power, conveniently neglecting the vast majority of my countrymen. By holding the corrupt accountable, we are sending a signal to the whole world. In the Philippines, the rules are followed. In the Philippines, we have a level playing field. In the Philippines, we are open for business, the clean, fair, and honest kind. The kind of nation, simply put, where anyone who is willing to work will earn the fruits of his labor and will be able to achieve his dreams. This includes welcoming investors from abroad. Just as our people will benefit from jobs created by investments, government too will benefit from commercial investments which can be channeled into public investments. First, in infrastructure, to make our country even more attractive to those who wish to set up shop. And second, in our people, in the form of added funding for social services, education, and health. All these create an environment where people are empowered with skills and capabilities to participate in society, where jobs give our people the chance to improve their lot in life, and where businesses thrive because there is ample infrastructure and because consumers have disposable incomes. This plan is already unfolding. The results are encouraging. Our stock markets have hit all-time highs, 7 times in fact, since my administration took office. My country has received 4 credit ratings upgrades in over a little more than a year. This compared to only 1 upgrade and 6 downgrades in the previous 9.5 years. We are also well on target with our social service commitments, and were able to fund even more projects without raising taxes in this past year. We are confident that the positive trend will be carried forward and onwards through our public-private partnership programs, increase in foreign direct investments, and improved industry competitiveness. In order to achieve stronger growth amidst global risks and uncertainties, key policies and reforms are being implemented. A more prudent and honest fiscal management program has already yielded many billions of pesos in savings. At the same time, we are accelerating government spending to stimulate the economy. Despite the problems that global economies are facing today, the medium to long-term prospects for growth in the Philippines-China economic relations remains positively strong. And the benefits to the Philippines and China from these prospects are potentially huge. In fact, some Chinese companies have already seen this potential and have chosen to work with, amongst others, our Public Works and Highways Department on some projects. Just recently, the China International Water and Electric Corporation began a 58-kilometer road improvement project worth more than $21 million in Cotabato. Around a year before that, they began a $33 million project for a diversion channel in the Gumain River in Pampanga. Consider this. In the past, our commercial relations have been more beneficial to you than to us. Filipino foreign direct investments in China total $2.8 billion US dollars, while Chinese investments in the Philippines total $500 million US dollars. We have come here to potentially balance the equation. China has the financial and technological capability to be among the major foreign direct investors in the Philippines. With their technology and cost-efficient machinery and equipment, China could very well be an even larger source of investments for the Philippines to boost our country's agricultural production and processing capabilities, energy sourcing, and infrastructure projects. We welcome as well your exploring investments in the sectors of manufacturing, garments and textiles, and motor vehicles and automobiles, as well as in tourism. The opportunities are there. Let us partner together to turn opportunities into reality. My economic managers can go into further detail regarding the many competitive incentives that we are offering to investors. Incentives that make investing in our country an even more viable option. Given my government's commitment to provide a level playing field to all investors, let me clarify that ensuring a level playing field today requires undoing the mistakes of the past. In some instances, this means reviewing contracts entered into without particular care for due process. We have already stopped a number of such projects after discovering that necessary processes were not followed and that laws had been broken. We are holding accountable errant public officials who encourage anomalous business deals because we want to send a message that our government will neither tolerate nor take part in these kinds of practices. It is my hope that these reforms do not raise doubts among some who are contemplating investing in the Philippines. Let me assure you that we must do these things now in order to create a more equitable business environment, where each contract signed and each project completed will stand firmly on the bedrock of integrity. In other words, where every contract represents the 5 R's we envision: the right project, the right cost, the right quality, the right people, and right on time. This is the only way to ensure that your projects will not be questioned by the public or by succeeding administrations. Excuse me. I trust that the businessmen of the world know that no one can afford to be nearsighted in these times. We must take the long view in order to achieve lasting mutual gains. I am sure that the Chinese, known for always thinking many steps ahead and for appreciating the long-term aspects of business and governance, are with me in this regard. Today, we can open a new chapter in the long-enduring ties between our peoples. The ballast brought by the sampans, junks, and galleons of centuries past, besides being known as Piedra China, also acquired a name in certain areas of the Philippines. Named in the Tagalog language, we know it as Batong Buhay or Living Rock. Our ties of mutual interest and partnerships are unshakably firm. Let us build on this to create together opportunities for a better life for both our peoples in the 21st century. Thank you, one and all. Good day.